A dusty, forgotten basement room within the bowels of the Smithsonian Institution hides a mysterious relic, a femur bone of such colossal size that it seems to mock the human scale. Originally unearthed in the shadowy depths of Nevada's Lovelock Cave in 1911 by a team of guano miners, this artifact was quickly whisked away, hidden under layers of institutional secrecy. The bone, nearly as tall as a man, defies the very laws of human anatomy, a testament to a race of giants referenced in ancient texts yet denied by modern academia. In 1849, in the echoing silence of the Ohio River Valley, a farmer named John Brewster stumbled upon a burial mound that contained more than just the whispers of history. Inside lay a skeleton measuring a shocking 9 feet in length, adorned with copper bracelets and an oversized stone axe. The crucible of these artifacts and their impossible dimensions were never disclosed to the public. Instead, they were quietly buried under a cavalcade of official reports that dismissed Brewster's find as mere folklore. Yet the evidence stands. Who were these giants that roamed the American heartland? On a stormy night in 1876, the humble town of Williamson, West Virginia, witnessed the unearthing of an enigma. During the construction of a new railway, workers uncovered a massive skull with eye sockets the size of small saucers. The skull's sheer magnitude suggested a being of daunting proportions, far surpassing that of any known human. Yet, within days, the site was cordoned off, overshadowed by the arrival of men in dark suits from the Bureau of Ethnology, who dismissed the find as a geological anomaly. The skull vanished, leaving behind only the persistent hum of unanswered questions. In the secluded hollows of the Appalachian Mountains, whispers tell of a hidden library, lost to time and overgrowth, that holds ancient maps detailing the locations of giant burial grounds. In 1902, a local historian named Eliza Montgomery claimed to have found one such map, tracing her steps to a secluded meadow near the Tennessee-Kentucky border. There, beneath gnarly roots and mossy stones, she uncovered a massive granite slab, inscribed with runes not seen since the days of Viking explorers. The slab seems to weave a story of colossal beings who walked these lands long before the settlers arrived. Yet, the academic gatekeepers dismissed Montgomery's discovery as myth, burying it beneath the weight of conformity. In 1918, near Catalina Island, California, an amateur archaeologist named Ralph Glidden uncovered a trove of skeletal remains, some towering over 8 feet in height. These titanic figures, buried with artifacts of exquisite craftsmanship, hinted at a sophisticated society now lost to the tides of time. Yet, as Glidden sought to share his findings, the scientific community, led by the American Anthropological Association, moved swiftly to discredit him, branding his discoveries as imaginative exaggerations. The bones were seized, never to be seen again, as if swallowed by the very earth that had cradled them for centuries. The island's winds now carry only the ghostly echoes of these forgotten giants, a puzzle without a solver, a melody without a song. In the rugged expanse of the Kentucky wilderness, a chilling discovery was made in 1896 by a group of amateur spelunkers exploring the Mammoth Cave system. Deep within the labyrinthine corridors, they stumbled upon a chamber containing the petrified remains of a giant humanoid figure, its height estimated at over 10 feet. The figure appeared to be in a state of serene repose, surrounded by primitive yet impossibly large tools. Astonishingly, the tools bore markings reminiscent of cuneiform, the ancient script of Mesopotamia. Yet, before any detailed analysis could be conducted, the Smithsonian dispatched a team to assess the situation, after which the evidence was quietly removed, the chamber sealed, and the spelunkers sworn to secrecy under threat of legal action. In 1907, a violent storm battered the cliffs of Malta, revealing a secret long held by the island's ancient stone. As the waves crashed against the rocks, they exposed a cave mouth sealed for centuries. Inside, explorers found the skeletal remains of a race of giants. with femurs the size of tree trunks and skulls that could rival a boulder in circumference. Alongside these formidable remains were tablets etched with symbols eerily similar to those of the Phoenicians, suggesting a link between these giants and the maritime superpowers of antiquity. The British Museum, overseeing colonial excavations, swiftly took control, and the details of the discovery were buried in bureaucratic silence. The site closed to further exploration. In the heart of the Great Plains, near the ghost town of Cahokia in Illinois, a series of bizarre, oversized footprints were discovered in 1912. These prints, pressed deep into the earth, measured over 2 feet long, leading towards the remnants of an ancient mound complex. Local lore spoke of the Thunder People, giants who once strode these lands with the power of storms. The prints were cast in plaster by a local history enthusiast named William Hargrove, but as news spread, government agents arrived, citing public safety. The casts were confiscated, and Hargrove was warned against pursuing the matter. The prints were dismissed as a geological oddity, yet they remain a silent testament to the colossal beings that once walked the land. In the early 1900s, whispers of a monumental discovery in the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest captured the imagination of those daring enough to listen. An expedition led by a mysterious figure known only as the Professor uncovered a hidden valley where colossal stone statues stood, each depicting giant figures with features both human and beastly. The statues, carved with precision unfathomable for the time, suggested a civilization of giants with advanced knowledge of engineering and artistry. As the professor prepared to reveal his findings, he mysteriously vanished, along with all evidence of the valley's existence. The statues remain a myth, their location a secret kept by the watchful trees. In 1915, on the windswept shores of Newfoundland, a shipwreck unearthed an extraordinary secret. Among the wreckage were the remains of what appeared to be a giant humanoid figure, its skeleton intertwined with Norse artifacts. The site, initially celebrated as the discovery of a lost Viking settlement, quickly attracted the attention of Canadian authorities. However, as the implications of the giant remains became apparent, the site was abruptly closed and access was restricted. Official reports dismissed the find as an unfortunate misinterpretation of natural formations, but eyewitness accounts tell of a being of immense size, suggesting a Viking giant alliance that historians are unwilling to acknowledge. The salty air of Newfoundland now whispers only of what might have been, lost to the tides of political expediency. In the heart of the Ozarks, a peculiar discovery was made in 1909 during the excavation of an ancient burial site. A farmer, while tilling his field, unearthed a massive stone sarcophagus. Inside lay the skeletal remains of a being over 10 feet tall, its bones fused with a metal-like substance that glittered like gold. The sarcophagus itself was adorned with hieroglyphs that defied classification, suggesting a forgotten script of unknown origin. While local newspapers briefly buzzed with the news, a swift intervention by the National Archaeological Society declared the find a hoax, and the farmer was pressured into silence. Yet, the sarcophagus vanished, and with it, the tantalizing possibility of an ancient race possessing metallurgy beyond the known capabilities of prehistoric America. The windswept plains of Wyoming host an enigma that defies the annals of recorded history. In 1881, a group of prospectors stumbled upon a network of caverns, each adorned with murals depicting towering figures engaging with humans in acts of construction and warfare. The giants, painted with a vividness that defies age, wielded colossal tools and commanded an advanced understanding of architecture. These murals were unlike anything seen in Native American art, challenging the timeline of human development in the region. However, academic institutions dismissed the findings, chalking them up to misinterpretations of indigenous art. The caverns were sealed off, their contents relegated to the realm of legend, their stories silenced by the winds of forgetfulness. In the arid expanse of the Arizona desert, a tale of giants unfolds within the mysterious walls of the petrified forest. In 1910, an exploratory mission led by Dr. Nathaniel Carter uncovered petrified remains of giant humanoid footprints embedded in the stone. These prints, perfectly preserved and stretching over 3 feet in length, defied the conventional understanding of prehistoric life. Carter's detailed sketches and notes, however, were seized by federal agents, citing the need to protect national heritage sites. The site was declared off-limits, and Carter's reputation was quietly tarnished. Today, the petrified forest stands as a monument to nature's grandeur, yet whispers of its hidden secrets linger in the desert breeze. In the shadow of the Rocky Mountains, near a forgotten town called Leadville, Colorado, a miner struck gold of a different kind in 1895. While blasting through rock, he uncovered a cavern filled with enormous bones, each larger than any known terrestrial creature. Among the bones lay a massive, intricately carved stone tablet depicting celestial events and cosmic beings. The tablet's inscriptions, analyzed by a local scholar, hinted at an advanced understanding of the cosmos, far preceding modern astronomical discoveries. However, before the findings could reach wider audiences, the U.S. Geological Survey intervened, asserting authority over the site. The bones were taken for further study, and the tablet was locked away, never to resurface. The cavern, once a beacon of potential knowledge, now stands as a testament to lost opportunity. On the craggy cliffs of Maine's coastline, a lighthouse keeper's tale from 1913 speaks of a stormy night when the sea revealed its hidden giant. As lightning split the sky, the waves unveiled a submerged stone structure resembling an ancient temple. Within its confines lay the fossilized remains of titanic beings, their rib cages arcing toward the heavens like cathedral vaults. The structure bore carvings of sea monsters and celestial bodies, suggesting a kinship between these giants and the ocean's mysteries. The keeper's report was initially met with intrigue, but a swift decree from the Coastal Geology Authority declared the site a natural formation, and access was restricted. The lighthouse, now automated and forgotten, stands as the sole witness to the giant's maritime legacy, long since swallowed by the sea. In the dense undergrowth of Louisiana's Gulf region, a chilling discovery in 1905 brought whispers of ancient giants to the forefront. As a team of loggers cleared a secluded area, they stumbled upon a series of monolithic stone statues, each depicting humanoid figures with exaggerated features standing up to 15 feet high. The stone giants, weathered yet majestic, appeared to guard a hidden burial site containing oversized skeletons laid to rest in elaborate stone sarcophagi. The statues bore inscriptions resembling Olmec iconography, hinting at a civilization that predates known settlements. However, soon after, the site was abruptly closed by the Department of the Interior, citing environmental concerns. The towering sentinels, shrouded by the swamp's embrace, remained silent, their stories quelled by the impenetrable veil of bureaucratic censorship. In the rolling hills of Pennsylvania's coal region, an eerie discovery in 1914 revealed the remnants of a colossal civilization. While digging for coal, miners unearthed a subterranean city, complete with towering archways and vast chambers scaled for giants. The city, constructed with precision-cut stones and intricate mosaics, spoke of an advanced society capable of great architectural feats. However, as whispers of the find spread, the American Historical Association descended upon the site, enforcing a shroud of secrecy. The city was dismissed as a natural cave formation, and the miners were silenced by legal threats. Today, the coal region hides its ancient secret beneath the layers of earth, the echoes of its inhabitants lost among the whispers of the wind. In 1898, the maritime village of Cape Ann, Massachusetts, witnessed an unsettling revelation as a ferocious nor'easter unearthed an immense stone skeleton buried beneath the shifting sands. The villagers discovered a titanic skull, its jaw agape as though roaring against time itself. The skeleton, larger than any whale, bore the unmistakable anatomy of a humanoid, its ribs forming a cage around the sands. The bones, carbonized and as black as the stormy sea, suggested an unknown process of fossilization. Initial excitement gave way to silence as the Massachusetts Historical Commission claimed the site for protection, sealing its fate within a vault of bureaucratic neglect. The village, now a quiet coastal retreat, remembers the giant only in hushed tones among the elders. High in the untamed landscapes of Montana, in 1903, a group of explorers uncovered a massive stone circle etched into a remote mountain plateau. The circle, spanning over 100 feet in diameter, was composed of massive boulders, each engraved with symbols of celestial constellations and enormous humanoid figures. The site suggested a ceremonial ground for a race of giants, aligned precisely with the solstices, a feat requiring astronomical precision. Yet, as the discovery reached the ears of the Western Archaeological Society, the site was cordoned off, labeled a protected heritage area. The engravings, deemed natural erosion, became inaccessible to the public, leaving the mountain giant's celestial knowledge hidden beneath the indifferent sky. In the shadows of the Black Hills, South Dakota, an enigmatic artifact emerged in 1917, hinting at the presence of giants. Unearthed by a rancher, a colossal stone hammer was found embedded in the hillside, its handle petrified, and its head crafted from an unknown, unbreakable material. The hammer, so large it required 3 men to lift, was meticulously balanced, suggesting it was wielded by beings of immense strength and stature. The artifact was celebrated locally until the United States Geological Survey arrived, confiscating the hammer for analysis. The official narrative dismissed it as a geological curiosity, and the hammer was never returned. The rolling hills, dotted with secrets, now stand as silent witnesses to the giant's legacy, their tools of power hidden from the world. In the eerie silence of the Florida Everglades, an unexpected discovery in 1901 stirred the waters of forgotten history. A group of Seminole hunters, guided by tales of the Long Walkers, stumbled upon an ancient stone platform hidden beneath a canopy of gnarled cypress trees. Upon this platform lay the remains of a giant figure, its bones intertwined with vines and roots, as if reclaimed by the swamp itself. Carvings on the surrounding stones depicted giant beings communing with native tribes, sharing secrets of the land. As news of the discovery reached Tallahassee, the State Archaeological Bureau intervened, classifying the site as a protected indigenous area and sealing it from the public eye. The Everglades, with their murky waters and hidden depths, continue to guard the giant's secrets, their voices echoing only through the rustling leaves. In the remote highlands of New Mexico, near the town of Taos, a rancher unearthed a peculiar artifact in 1906, a massive stone wheel etched with intricate designs and symbols unknown to modern scholars. The wheel, measuring over 10 feet in diameter, hinted at a technology lost to time, perhaps a remnant of a forgotten civilization of giants who once roamed these lands. As the wheel's discovery drew attention, a team of experts from the National Museum arrived, declaring the artifact a natural formation and removing it for further study. The rancher, silenced by threats of land confiscation, watched helplessly as the wheel vanished into the labyrinthine corridors of institutional oblivion. The highlands, with their rugged beauty and ancient mysteries, remain a testament to a past unclaimed and unremembered. In the vast expanses of the Texas plains, an astounding find in 1911 challenged the boundaries of history. During a severe drought, a dried-up riverbed revealed a series of colossal footprints, each over 3 feet long, leading towards the horizon. The prints, perfectly preserved in the hardened clay, suggested a creature of unimaginable size and weight. Local folklore spoke of the Great Walker, a giant who roamed the plains in ancient times. As curiosity mounted, the Texas Historical Commission abruptly declared the area off-limits, citing geological instability. The footprints, although dismissed as erosional patterns, whispered of a time when giants strode the earth, their legacy obscured by the shifting sands of time. In the shadowy depths of the Wisconsin woods, a farmer's accidental discovery in 1919 brought forth the specter of giants. While clearing land, he unearthed a massive granite tablet, its surface engraved with scenes of giant figures engaging in ritual dances under the moonlight. The tablet, too large to move, seemed to radiate an ancient power, drawing visitors from nearby towns. However, as interest grew, the University of Wisconsin dispatched a team of archaeologists who quickly declared the engravings a modern fabrication and restricted access to the site. The tablet, now obscured by encroaching vegetation, remains a silent witness to the giants' ceremonial past, its mysteries concealed beneath layers of academic dismissal. Along the rugged cliffs of the Oregon coast, a storm in 1904 unveiled an ancient cairn containing the petrified remains of a giant being. The cairn, constructed with megalithic stones, overlooked the crashing waves below, as if guarding a secret lost to time. The bones, calcified and glistening with salt, suggested a being who once stood as a sentinel against the elements. As local scholars flocked to the site, the U.S. Park Service intervened, citing dangerous conditions and closing the area to the public. The cairn, now reclaimed by the sea, whispers of the giants who once watched over the coast, their legacy submerged beneath the tides of official indifference. Within the mist-shrouded valleys of the Smoky Mountains, a 1912 expedition led by naturalist Thomas Eldridge uncovered a graveyard of giants. Hidden beneath layers of dense foliage, the site contained rows of massive graves, each marked by towering stone pillars engraved with ancient runes. The skeletons, preserved in the cool mountain air, stretched over 12 feet, with skulls so large they dwarfed the human scale. Eldridge's sketches and notes, sent to the American Institute of Archaeology, were met with skepticism and dismissal. The Institute, wary of disrupting established timelines, dismissed the findings as natural rock formations. The graves, now lost to the encroaching forest, hold the silent bodies of a forgotten race, their stories buried alongside them. In the heart of the Nevada desert, a 1908 mining operation stumbled upon what appeared to be an ancient throne room, carved from the living rock of a hidden canyon. The room, vast and echoing, contained a stone throne of immense proportions, suggesting it was crafted for a being far larger than any known human. The walls were adorned with bas-reliefs depicting giant figures ruling over humans, engaged in both war and peace. As word of the discovery spread, the Bureau of Land Management swiftly declared the canyon a restricted area, citing archaeological sensitivity. The throne room, swallowed by the desert's relentless sands, now sleeps beneath a blanket of bureaucratic denial, its regal occupant's story untold. On the windswept plains of North Dakota, an unusual find in 1910 challenged the landscape's conventional history. Farmers plowing a field uncovered a colossal, skeletal hand, each finger as long as a man's forearm, clutching a stone tablet inscribed with unknown symbols. The hand appeared to have been petrified in mid-motion, a snapshot from a forgotten epoch. Local authorities, overwhelmed by the implications, contacted the Smithsonian, who quickly dispatched a team to retrieve the hand and tablet. Publicly, the find was labeled a glacial deposit, and the artifacts disappeared into the institution's vaults. The plains, with their endless horizons, hide the mysteries of the giant's grasp, their stories erased by official decree. In the dense forests of northern Michigan, an eerie silence envelopes the location of a 1915 discovery that hinted at the forgotten hierarchy of ancient giants. Deep within the woods, a logging team found a circle of mammoth stone thrones, each carved with elaborate scenes of giants presiding over councils. The craftsmanship suggested a society with sophisticated social structures, far removed from the primitive images of giants popularized by folklore. However, as the discovery gained attention, the Michigan Historical Society intervened, declaring the site a natural rock formation and restricting access. The forest, with its whispering leaves and shadowy paths, keeps the secrets of these ancient councils, their debates and decisions lost to the echoes of time. On a remote island off the coast of Maine, a 1918 expedition uncovered an ancient observatory linked to the giants' celestial knowledge. The observatory, composed of massive standing stones aligned with the stars, suggested an understanding of astronomy far beyond its time. At its center lay the petrified remains of a giant figure, arms outstretched towards the heavens, as if communing with the cosmos. As the expedition prepared to share their findings, the U.S. Navy seized the site, claiming it as a strategic interest. The stones, now off-limits and forgotten, stand as silent sentinels to the giants' cosmic legacy, their alignment with the stars known only to the sea and sky.